Hi, this is Jonathan. How are you guys doing? This guitar is the James Tyler Studio Elite HD in a Tuckberry Shmear. If you're new to this channel, might just want to subscribe to this channel, press that bell for notification of future videos, or follow and be part of the Patreon to support this channel. And if you want to buy me a cup of coffee, feel free to go ahead and press that thanks button next to the download button. I would appreciate it. I want to thank Clement Yang from Guitar 77 Plus for passing me this guitar for review. Just a note that Clement is an incredible musician. You know, I just respect his musicality a lot, and he, apart from owning a guitar store filled with beautiful guitars, he's also a touring musician and a studio musician arranger. Multi-talented guy, so check him out, you know, if you can. Anyway, this is the Studio Elite from the US. This is the Studio Elite HD in a Tuckberry Shmear, right? So let's just go through the appointments. All right, so this body is a Mamywo body, not an older body. And then you have a very nice Indian Rosewood fretboard, all right, with a Quartersawn Maple neck. And you also have WMOP dot inlays, as well as for the side. And you have a compound radius of 10 to 12 inch, a black tusk nut with a nut width of 41.3 mm. And then you have a black headstock with the big Californian signature on it, right? Really, really different from your usual thing. And then you have the hip shot locking tuners, right? Really nice. And as usual, you have that we call that the rollover, right? That James Tyler is famous for, making this guitar really comfortable to use. And then you have a standard 59 neck shape. Really nice, non-glossy. This is a satin finish for the neck. And then for the body, you have a 3-ply black pickguard with a 5-way pickup selected switch, 1 volume, 1 tone, all in a dome with dome knobs, right? All the hardware are in chrome. In the middle, you have this knob for the Demeter tone expander adjustment, and a push knob, mini knob for the activation of the tone expander. Now you have a G2TS tremolo system, right, with the James Tyler logo etched on the individual saddles. Really nice. And these 3 pickups are where it differs a little bit from the usual James Tyler guitar. So you have the usual JTS 5500 for the neck as well as for the middle. Great single coils. And then you have a hot retro for the bridge humbucker. And this is where it's a little bit different. Really nice, in a nice way. At the back, you have a 4-screw neck joint. And then you have a black cover for the spring adjustment for the tremolo block, as well as string changing. And then you have a black cover here for the battery compartment for the tone expander. This finish is really nice. This is in a semi-gloss finish, right? And that's about it. So, as far as playing is concerned, this is just like most of the James Tyler guitars that I reviewed and played. Plays beautifully because of the way they construct the neck. You know, with the rollover, the fret radius, and the shape. It just fits me, right, to my style of playing. And the first time I remember that I played on a James Tyler, which happens to be a Studio Elite HD Japan. And I bought that guitar because it was pre-loved, but I bought the guitar after playing it because I just fell in love with it. And I remember telling Clement about it. I'm saying like, wow, this guitar is like crazy. And he goes like, oh no, there goes another one. So in a very humorous way, like, you know, oh, another sucker. It's just that the neck of this James Tyler guitar just suits me really, really perfectly. I like the way it feels when I'm doing runs. You know, it just plays really easy. And I was like shocked, like, you know, why? What makes this different from the rest of the guitars? Now, I reviewed a lot of guitars. The Suhrs, the Tom Andersons, the Sonics, whatever there is on the outside market in the Strat form, right? The Fenders, the expensive ones, the custom shop. But there are a couple of custom shop that comes pretty close, I must admit. But the James Tyler never cease to amaze me. It never does disappoint me in any way. It just plays well, feels good, you know, sounds great. And I guess it's a combination of the playability as well as the pickups. They just have a good combination for me. And you know, the way I see it, I would rather have a guitar that I can use for both stage and for the studio, and this guitar sounds great, in the studio. It just has that ability to put in little trinklets of colors to the palettes of the music that is presented in front of you. And to top it off, this guitar has wonderful tuning stability, and that is so crucial when you're playing the stage or in the studio, because I don't want to be tuning my guitar every 4 bars or every 8 bars. Every time I do a solo, I gotta retune my guitar, and that's a chore which you don't need on stage as well as in a studio environment, because you are creating music, you're in a creative mode. You don't have time for all this technical stuff. And I used to have that problem in my earlier days in the studio session when I was just starting out, and I had not a bad guitar, but a guitar that has problem in tuning. And right after that, when I bought my first Ernie Ball, or my first more expensive guitars, then I stopped having that problem. And wow, it was a relief, because it helped in my creative process, especially in the studio. And on stage, you're running around, you're having fun, and the lights and everything. Guitars that go out of tune is like a curse, because you're going to be playing a whole lot of solos, and when you start playing something else and it's drastically out of tune, my God, that's a feeling I don't like. That's a feeling that I dread. And so I appreciate guitars like this that stays in tune, right? So that's the James started guitar on my point of view, my POV, which I really like. So in any case, this guitar just sounds really great with the hot retro pickups, because it's very different from the super pickups, which I love. It just gives you a different dimension to it. I've played the retro pickups before, and they are mostly installed on the neck, and they sound great. But this time you have the hot retro on the bridge, which easy to drive. It makes it really easy to drive your overdrive, your preamp section. And it has that, how should I call it, that bite, as well as the body. The mid-range is really nice. Yeah, different from the super, which I still prefer. But the retro, as it says, retro, hot retro, it gives you that reminiscent of the past. The kind of heavy, overblown sound, overdriven sound. Of a good PF, real powerful PF. Yeah, nice. So, great guitar to have. With the tone expander, you can, add more tones to it if you like. And if you're going to go for the clean sound, with the JTS 5500 does really, really well. You can have that shimmering effect and everything, the clean sound, the clean tones that you want. Suitable for all genres of music. Yeah, that's it. So if you like what you're hearing and what you're seeing, and if you're in Singapore, you might want to contact Clement. All the details are in the description box below. Give him a call, make an appointment, and try this guitar out. I'm sure you'll like it. And this Tuckberry Shmear is something else. It's a bomb. Really nice. Right, so let me know what you think about this guitar. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. I want to hear from you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, press that bell for notification of future videos, or follow and be part of patrons to support this channel. I would appreciate it. I thank all my patrons for the wonderful continuous support. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are the best. So, in the meantime, have yourself a great weekend. This is such a hot day today. I'm like perspiring all over the place. Although I'm in a really nice air-conditioned room here in my studio. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you real soon. Take care of yourself. Arrivederci.